Listen. Practice. Speak. Practice makes you perfect.
Question: how do you balance the need for innovation with maintaining stability and consistency within a team or organization? A. I encourage a culture of innovation by fostering creativity and providing opportunities for experimentation. However, I also ensure that there are processes in place to evaluate and integrate successful innovations while maintaining overall stability. Question: how do you handle situations where you encounter resistance to change from team members? A. I address resistance by communicating the reasons for the change, highlighting the benefits, and involving the team in the decision-making process. Open dialogue and addressing concerns proactively are key to overcoming resistance. Question: describe a situation where you had to meet a challenging project deadline with limited resources. A. In a time-sensitive project, I reallocated resources efficiently, streamlined processes, and communicated clearly with the team about the urgency. These measures allowed us to meet the deadline successfully. Question: how do you foster a culture of innovation within your team or organization? A. I encourage idea-sharing sessions, recognize and reward innovative thinking, and provide opportunities for professional development. Creating a safe space for creativity and supporting experimentation are integral to fostering innovation. Question: how do you approach building a cohesive team culture in a diverse workplace? A. I emphasize the importance of diversity, promote inclusion, and create team-building activities that celebrate different backgrounds and perspectives. Question: describe a time when you had to juggle multiple projects simultaneously. A. I prioritize tasks, establish clear timelines for each project, and delegate effectively. Regular check-ins ensure that each project progresses smoothly. Question: how do you ensure that your team's goals align with the overall objectives of the organization? A. I regularly communicate organizational goals, facilitate discussions on how team goals contribute, and establish key performance indicators to measure alignment. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to mediate a conflict between team members? A. I foster open communication, bring conflicting parties together, and facilitate a constructive dialogue to find common ground and resolve the conflict. Question: how do you stay updated on industry trends and emerging technologies relevant to your role? A. I subscribe to industry publications, attend conferences, participate in webinars, and engage with online communities to stay informed about the latest trends. Question: tell me about a time when you had to lead a team through a major organizational change. A. During a restructuring, I provided clear communication, addressed concerns, and offered support to team members. Regular updates and transparency were crucial during this transitional period. Question: how do you approach mentoring and developing your team members? A. I identify individual strengths and areas for growth, provide constructive feedback, and offer opportunities for skill development and advancement. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to make a difficult decision that impacted your team? A. I faced a tough decision in restructuring that affected team members. I communicated openly, provided support during the transition, and ensured that the team remained focused on their goals. Question: how do you prioritize tasks when faced with tight deadlines and limited resources? A. I assess tasks based on urgency and impact, delegate responsibilities efficiently, and ensure that team members have the necessary resources to meet deadlines. Question: describe a situation where you had to lead a team through a period of uncertainty. A. In a time of uncertainty, I provided reassurance, communicated transparently about the situation, and engaged the team in problem-solving to navigate the challenges together. Question: how do you foster a culture of accountability within your team? A. I set clear expectations, establish measurable goals, and hold regular check-ins to monitor progress. Encouraging open communication about challenges ensures accountability. Question: describe a situation where you had to handle a dissatisfied client or customer. A. I actively listened to their concerns, empathized with their perspective, and proposed solutions to address their issues. This approach has often resulted in turning dissatisfied clients into satisfied, loyal ones. Question: how do you foster a sense of autonomy and empowerment within your team? A. I delegate responsibilities based on team members' strengths, provide them with the autonomy to make decisions, and offer guidance and support as needed. This approach encourages a sense of ownership. Question: can you share an example of a successful project where you had to collaborate with external partners or vendors? A. In a collaborative project, I maintained clear communication, established expectations, and worked closely with external partners. This collaboration led to successful project delivery and strengthened professional relationships. Question: how do you handle situations where team members have conflicting priorities? A. I facilitate discussions to understand each team member's priorities, find common ground, and negotiate realistic timelines. Effective communication and compromise are key to resolving conflicting priorities. Question: tell me about a time when you had to make a decision with incomplete information. A. In a dynamic situation, I gathered available data, consulted with experts, and used my judgment to make an informed decision. I then implemented a feedback loop for continuous evaluation and adjustments. Question: how do you ensure that your team members feel valued and appreciated? A. I regularly acknowledge their contributions, express gratitude, and provide opportunities for professional development. Recognizing and celebrating achievements fosters a positive and motivated team. Question: describe a situation where you had to handle a crisis that affected your team's morale. A. During a crisis, I maintained open communication, addressed concerns transparently, and provided support to team members. Regular updates and a collaborative approach helped boost morale during challenging times. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to implement cost-saving measures without sacrificing quality? A. I conducted a thorough cost analysis, identified areas for optimization, and negotiated favorable terms with vendors. These measures resulted in significant cost savings while maintaining the quality of deliverables. Question: how do you ensure that your team remains adaptable to changes in the business environment? A. I foster a culture of adaptability by encouraging continuous learning, staying informed about industry trends, and involving the team in decision-making processes related to changes. Question: tell me about a time when you had to motivate a demoralized team. A. I organized team-building activities, recognized individual achievements, and provided additional support to team members. This collective effort contributed to re-energizing and motivating the team. Question: how do you handle situations where team members have different communication styles? A. I adapt my communication style to align with the preferences of each team member. Additionally, I foster an environment where team members appreciate and understand diverse communication styles. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to handle a project with evolving requirements? A. In a dynamic project, I regularly engaged stakeholders, maintained open communication, and used agile methodologies to accommodate evolving requirements while ensuring project success. Question: how do you approach conflict resolution within your team? A. I address conflicts promptly by facilitating open discussions, encouraging team members to express concerns, and working collaboratively to find mutually acceptable solutions. Question: describe a time when you had to make a decision that was unpopular but necessary. A. I made a tough decision to restructure a team for efficiency. I communicated transparently, explained the rationale, and provided support during the transition to help the team adapt. Question: how do you stay informed about changes in the regulatory environment relevant to your role? A. I subscribe to regulatory newsletters, participate in industry forums, and maintain connections with regulatory experts to stay current with any changes that may impact my responsibilities. Question: tell me about a time when you had to manage competing priorities between different departments or teams. A. I facilitated cross-departmental meetings, established clear priorities, and negotiated timelines to ensure collaboration and alignment across teams. Question: can you share an example of a time when you successfully implemented a new workflow or process? A. I introduced a streamlined workflow that improved efficiency by conducting training sessions, gathering feedback, and refining the process based on the team's input. Question: how do you foster creativity and innovation within your team? A. I encourage brainstorming sessions, allocate time for creative thinking, and create an environment where team members feel comfortable sharing unconventional ideas without fear of criticism. Question: describe a situation where you had to handle a team member's performance issue. A. I addressed the issue privately, identified areas for improvement, and worked collaboratively with the team member to create a performance improvement plan. Question: how do you handle situations where you receive feedback that you disagree with? A. I appreciate feedback as an opportunity for growth. I carefully consider the input, reflect on it objectively, and use it constructively to improve my performance. Question: tell me about a time when you had to negotiate with external partners for a mutually beneficial outcome. A. I negotiated terms with external partners to establish a win-win situation by understanding their needs, finding common ground, and creating a partnership that benefited both parties. Question: how do you maintain a positive work environment during challenging periods? A. I focus on open communication, acknowledge team efforts, and provide support during challenging times. Maintaining a positive attitude and optimism contribute to a resilient team. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to lead a team through a technology transition? A. I led a team through the adoption of new technology by providing comprehensive training, addressing concerns, and showcasing the benefits, resulting in a successful transition. Question: how do you ensure that your team's goals align with the broader strategic goals of the organization? A. I regularly align team goals with organizational objectives, communicate the broader strategy, and establish key performance indicators to measure success. Question: tell me about a time when you had to deliver a presentation to a diverse audience. A. I tailored the presentation to cater to the diverse background of the audience, emphasizing key points and using inclusive language to ensure understanding and engagement. Question: how do you encourage professional development within your team? A. I create personalized development plans, provide learning opportunities, and support certifications or training programs that align with individual career goals. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to lead a team through a rebranding or repositioning effort? A. I led a team through a rebranding initiative by involving them in the creative process, ensuring a smooth transition and maintaining consistency across all communication channels. Question: how do you ensure that your team remains aware of market trends and customer preferences? A. I encourage regular market research, customer feedback sessions, and participation in industry events to stay informed about market trends and changing customer preferences. Question: tell me about a time when you had to resolve a resource allocation issue within your team. A. I assessed resource needs, prioritized tasks, and reallocated resources efficiently to ensure that the team had the necessary support to meet project deadlines. Question: how do you build trust and credibility with your team members? A. I lead by example, maintain transparency in decision-making, and actively listen to team members' concerns. Building trust involves consistency, honesty, and demonstrating a commitment to their success. Question: how do you ensure that your team remains motivated during long-term projects or periods of high workload? A. I maintain open communication about the project's significance, recognize and celebrate milestones, and ensure that team members have the necessary resources and support to sustain motivation. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to lead a team through a merger or acquisition? A. I led a team through a merger by facilitating integration efforts, maintaining clear communication, and addressing concerns to ensure a smooth transition and minimize disruptions. Question: how do you encourage a culture of continuous improvement within your team? A. I foster a culture of continuous improvement by regularly seeking feedback, conducting post-project reviews, and encouraging team members to propose enhancements to processes and workflows. Question: describe a situation where you had to lead a team in a project with global stakeholders across different time zones. A. I coordinated project timelines to accommodate different time zones, utilized collaborative tools for virtual communication, and established protocols to ensure effective coordination and collaboration. Question: how do you handle situations where a team member is not receptive to feedback or coaching? A. I approach it with empathy, focusing on the positive aspects of their performance and highlighting areas for improvement. I work collaboratively to develop a plan for growth that aligns with their career goals. Question: tell me about a time when you had to adapt to a sudden change in project requirements. A. Faced with evolving project requirements, I convened the team to reassess priorities, reallocate resources, and adjust the project plan to accommodate the changes while meeting the project's goals. Question: how do you ensure diversity and inclusion in your hiring process? A. I promote diversity by implementing inclusive hiring practices, emphasizing equal opportunities, and ensuring that the hiring process considers a diverse range of candidates. Question: can you share an example of a time when you successfully resolved a customer complaint and turned it into a positive experience? A. I addressed a customer complaint by empathizing with their concerns, providing a swift resolution, and offering additional support, resulting in a satisfied customer who continued to engage with our services. Question: how do you approach performance evaluations and provide constructive feedback to your team members? A. I conduct regular performance evaluations, focusing on accomplishments, strengths, and areas for improvement. I provide specific, actionable feedback and collaborate with team members to set goals for growth. Question: describe a situation where you had to implement a cost-effective solution without compromising quality. A. Faced with budget constraints, I identified cost-effective alternatives, negotiated favorable terms with vendors, and implemented changes that resulted in cost savings while maintaining high-quality deliverables. Question: how do you ensure a smooth handover of projects between team members during transitions or team changes? A. I establish clear documentation and knowledge transfer protocols, conduct thorough handover meetings, and ensure that incoming team members receive the necessary training and support for a seamless transition. Question: can you share an example of a time when you had to lead a team through a product launch or significant event? A. I led a team through a product launch by developing a comprehensive plan, coordinating cross-functional efforts, and ensuring that all team members were aligned with the launch objectives. Question: how do you encourage a culture of collaboration and knowledge sharing within your team? A. I foster collaboration by organizing team-building activities, promoting an open-door policy, and creating forums for knowledge sharing, such as regular team meetings and collaborative projects. Question: tell me about a time when you had to manage a project with conflicting priorities and limited resources. A. In a project with competing priorities, I prioritized tasks based on impact, reallocated resources strategically, and maintained open communication to ensure the project's success. Question: how do you handle situations where a project is behind schedule and deadlines need to be met? A. I assess the reasons for the delay, implement strategies to expedite critical tasks, and collaborate with the team to find innovative solutions that allow us to catch up without compromising quality. Question: describe a situation where you had to manage a team member who was initially resistant to change. A. I addressed resistance by providing clear explanations for the change, emphasizing the benefits, and involving the team member in the decision-making process. This approach often resulted in successful adoption of the change. Question: how do you stay updated on advancements in technology relevant to your industry? A. I stay informed through continuous learning, attending industry conferences, participating in webinars, and collaborating with experts. Networking and staying engaged with online communities are also integral to staying abreast of technological advancements. Hello, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? How old are you? Can you help me? Please, thank you. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Good morning. Good night. How's the weather today? What time is it? It's nice to meet you. How's your day going? What do you do for a living? Where do you work? Do you have any siblings? I like your outfit. What's your favorite color? I don't understand. Can you repeat that, please? How much does it cost? Where is the restroom? May I have the menu, please? I'd like a glass of water. Do you accept credit cards? What's your phone number? Can you speak English? Where's the nearest hospital? What's the Wi-Fi password? Can I have a receipt? How's your family? I love you. Happy birthday. Congratulations. How was your weekend? What's your favorite food? Can you pass the salt? I need some help. Where's the nearest gas station? Could you please take a photo? I'm lost. What's the capital of France? Are you married? What's your favorite movie? Can you recommend a good restaurant? It's raining outside. Do you have any hobbies? How do you spell that? What's the date today? How do you pronounce your name? Can you recommend a good book? I need to go to the bank. What's your favorite animal? Where did you go on vacation? How's your health? Can you drive a car? What's the temperature today? Can you tell me a joke? I have a doctor's appointment. Are you a student? What's your favorite sport? Could you pass me the sugar? What's the news today? I have a meeting at 2 p.m. Where's the nearest ATM? What's your dream job? How do I get to the airport? Have a safe trip. I'll be right back. Do you like to travel? What's your favorite song? I'm feeling tired. What's your zodiac sign? How's your day been so far? Can you recommend a good movie? I don't have any cash. Where's the nearest pharmacy? I need some advice. What's your favorite holiday? How's your pet doing? What's your favorite dessert? Can you help me with my homework? I'm running late. What's your favorite season? It's a beautiful day outside. What's your email address? I have a dentist appointment. Do you have any plans for the weekend? What's your favorite childhood memory? Can I borrow a pen? How's your day shaping up? I can't believe it. Where's the nearest post office? What's your favorite type of music? I'm feeling under the weather. Do you have any allergies? What's your favorite type of cuisine? Can you recommend a good place to visit via a question? How's your family doing? What's your favorite hobby? I have a job interview tomorrow. Can you speak any other languages? Where's the nearest grocery store? What's your favorite drink? I need to make a reservation. How's your day treating you? Can you recommend a good place to hike? What's your favorite TV show? I'm so excited. How's your work going? Can you lend me a hand?